Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm back today to share with you a project that I'm working on from Granny's Buttons collection by Shabby Art Boutique. I wanted to do a spool and wrap some fabric or whatever around it and have it so that it rolls out. So you can see the designs from that project. So I'm getting started on it, and I have not done this before, so I wanted to share kind of a step-by-step here on some brief videos, and I'll put them all together. This spool is made from 2 wooden circular discs and a toilet paper roll. And the discs, I already had them. I didn't order them, so I don't know where to get them, but they're 2 1/4 inches across. So perhaps you can find something like this, or maybe cut something out of wood. But this is 2 pieces of wood and a toilet paper roll, and I glued them together with this 3-in-1 glue, and it seems to be very, very sturdy and not going to come apart. What I plan to do is paint this spool, and I think I'm going to paint it pink. I haven't decided on pink or blue or green, but I'll do that today. I'll paint the whole thing, including the toilet paper roll. Then I will work on my fabric that'll be rolled around there. And I had been wanting to try with the pink shabby chic look some rustic fibers. So what I've done on a background here is cut a piece of whatever this is called, jute fabric, and then it will ravel out as I go, so it'll have a rough edge on it. And it is cut just slightly smaller than the length of that toilet paper roll. Then I layered on it some old piano music, and I inked around it and tore it and just placed it on there. I didn't glue it. I glued the pieces together. And then I had some pieces from ephemera that I just had bought. It's real thin, old looking receipts and letters and things. And so I ripped up a receipt, and I glued it here and there, tore it out, glued it here and there on this strip of music. And then I got my sewing machine out, and I do not sew, but this is just a little inexpensive sewing machine that I bought to try to sew on paper. So rather than try to glue this paper onto the jute fabric, I stitched it with a zigzag stitch all the way around. Simple enough. So this is where I am now, and I'm going to choose some ephemera pieces, some ribbons and lace and doilies, and make a collage on this. And it will all be glued on. I think it'll stay on here just fine. And then I will come back and show that to you. And then we'll come back and assemble the whole thing together. So this is going to be a fun project, and it's an experiment for me. I saw something similar on a YouTube video, and I will figure out who that was and put a link to it, because her project is different from this, but I did get my idea from her. So I'm going to go away and start gluing this all together, and I'll be back to show you my collage. Well, I'm back with my finished product of the spool made out of the toilet paper roll. And while I don't think this is my best project ever, I do think it's kind of neat, and gives us some ideas for improvements, and ideas for using the rustic jute with our pink. So let me show you this. I have tied it with a silk ribbon that coordinates with the colors in our papers, and I have decorated the top with some coffee dyed cheesecloth and some lace, silk, rose, and leaves, and then a ripped piece of an old linen napkin tied at the top. So I'm going to untie this and roll it out for you and let you see what I did. And then I'll talk about maybe what I could have done to improve on it. I painted the spool pink, and then I laid out all these papers in a collage on what's rolled up on the spool. And as you can see, I used all kinds of small pieces of ephemera, ribbons, buttons, and some old doily pieces. Now, and on the spool, I cut a piece of that linen napkin that I told you, and I did wrap it around the spool, and then attached it to the jute that I had used to put our project on. And that unrolls just to that point. What I would do to improve on this would be to go with thinner fabric than the jute, and also flat laces rather than doilies. And I think it would work out better. Also, in sewing on the background, I would do several sections instead of one long strip, because when you roll it up, it tends to push it all down this way, and then it wrinkles on this end. But anyway, this is a cool idea, and I've used a lot of the small ephemera pieces, all kind of sewing theme, and it all rolls up on this spool. And what I have to do on this, because it's thick, is to roll it up slowly and pull it tight. Like this. And then when I finished it, I did put a piece of lace here just to finish off this outside edge. This silk ribbon is good to use because it kind of clings and doesn't slide while you're trying to tie it on. Just tie that tight to hold it all in place. Tie yourself a bow, and then there is our finished product. This is going to look cute in my bedroom in there with the button box that I decorated and the other spool. And I'm going to go in there as soon as I finish this and take a picture of all that together, and you'll see it at the end of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this and maybe picked up some little ideas from it. And I will put a link to the other video that I watched that gave me this idea. And she too learned the same thing I did, is that she would have to use thinner materials for it to roll up on there more neatly. And it might even do better if it was just all fabrics. So here's my finished product. I'm going to go in and take a picture and then get this video edited and put on my YouTube channel for you to enjoy. It's a bright sunny day here, and I'm hoping the ice melts away. I've enjoyed the week at home. just making some projects here and working on the button kit, and looking forward to making something else next. I probably will go with the little journal that goes inside the button box next. That'll be a more traditional format and something that we'll enjoy looking through later. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll be back soon, and so I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.